Section 1.4 is solving numerical problems using the order of operations. Before we can start into a little more algebra stuff, we need to learn that order of operations. And we normally say with an acronym saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. P meaning we do the parentheses first. E meaning we do the exponents, so something like that. M and D mean multiply or divide. And those are actually a common mistakes is that people think that you need to multiply all the way through before you divide. In the actual cases, multiplication and division are connected together, and they need to be done whatever one comes first from left to right. And the same thing with the A and the S, which is addition and subtraction. So those need to be done in whatever order comes first from left to right. So multiplication doesn't come before division. It's whatever one comes first as we read the problem from left to right. Same thing with addition and subtraction. Addition doesn't come before subtraction. It's whatever one comes first from left to right. So knowing that, please excuse my dear Aunt Susie, is the way that we need to, the order in which we need to solve these problems. Let's start with here. It says evaluate. So we want to evaluate 5 plus parentheses 12 minus 3. Please excuse my dear Aunt Susie says we need to use the parentheses first. So we need to do whatever's inside the parentheses first. And within these parentheses, we need to do the order of operations again. So inside the parentheses, we need to say, okay, is there any parentheses inside the parentheses? No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any multiplying, dividing? No. Adding, subtracting? Sure. Whatever one comes left to right, whatever one comes first from left to right. So 12 minus 3 is 9. So I drop everything else down, and I finish my parentheses. I can actually take those parentheses out of there for now. All right, I finished my parentheses. All right, so now we go back to our order of operations. Is there any parentheses are done? Is there any exponents? No. Multiplication? No. Division? No. Add, subtract? Yes. Okay. 5 plus 9 is 14. So again, this next one, evaluate 8 minus 3 times 2 plus 7. So please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. All right. Is there any parentheses? No. I don't see any exponents, so we can cross that one out. Is there any multiplication or division? So look from left to right. From left to right, the first one I see is 3 times 2. Okay, so I write everything else the same. So 8 minus, now I can do 3 times 2, which is 6, and drop everything else. Okay, so is there any more multiplication or division to do? No, so we can cross those off. What about adding and subtraction? Yes. All right, from left to right. So 8 minus 6 is 2. That came first, so we need to do that one first. And then 2 plus 7 is 9. So 9 is the answer to that problem. Evaluate this one. All right. 5 times 3 squared minus 7. Please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. Any parentheses? No. Exponents. As we look through there, yeah, we see an exponent. 3 squared is 3 times 3, so we need to say 5, drop everything else down. 3 squared is 9. Everything else stays the same. Are there any more exponents? No. Multiplication or division? As we look left to right, there's multiplication. 5 times 9 is 45. Drop everything else down. Okay, any more else? Multiplication, division? No. Adding or subtracting? Yes. 45 minus 7 is 38. All right. Moving on to the next one. 5 minus 1 cubed divided by 4. So, please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. Parentheses. Are there any parentheses? Yes. So within the parentheses, we have to do another. Please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. Is there any parentheses inside the parentheses? No. Exponents inside the parentheses? No. Multiplication or division? No. Adding, subtraction? Yes. So 5 minus 1 is 4 cubed divided by 4. All right, so that was my inside the order of operations, so now I can get rid of him. Okay, are there any more parentheses to take care of on my, now this one here? No. There are some exponents though. So 4 to the third power, 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. So 64 divided by 4. Okay, so we took care of the exponents. Is there any multiplication or division? Well, there's a division sign here. So 64 divided by 4 is going to be 16. Is there any added subtraction? No, actually, we're done. Okay. last problem here. Please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. Okay. Are there any parentheses that we need to take care of first? Yes. Look at the parentheses right here. Okay. So we need to do another order of operations inside the parentheses. Oops, I messed that one. Please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. Okay. Is there any parentheses inside the parentheses? No. Any exponents? No. Multiplication, division? No. Adding or subtraction? Yes. So we need to subtract 7 minus 2, which is 5. Drop everything else down the same. Okay. So then I go back to my original. I've taken care of my parentheses. There's no other parentheses. There's no exponents. Is there multiplication, division from left to right? Yeah, my first one is right here. 3 times 5 is 15. So 14 plus 15 is all I have left. So multiplication, division's out. Add or subtraction is the only one left. 14 plus 15 is 29. That's all I have for you today. We'll see you in class for more orders of operation.